Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a look outside our weather window. And boy, sunshine again out there today. We've seen a good stretch of sunny days. Now, it was cold. There's no doubt about that. Single numbers this morning. But at least the bright sunshine for most of the day made it feel a little bit better. Beautiful shot looking down at the valley from our Sky-Fi tower camera. And yeah, those cold temperatures, they're going to continue through tomorrow. Protect those vulnerable populations like newborn calves, maybe. High temperatures only in the teens to mid-20s. And we are still talking single digits and teens at night. But changes are coming for sure. We're going to see moderating temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday, and then back into the upper 30s Friday through Sunday. But our weather will turn wetter this weekend as well. And I'll have your complete North Central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The Cascade High School Principal Hiring Committee announced their recommendation on Friday. We'll tell you who it is. Ballots for the February 14th special election have been mailed to Manson School District No. 19 voters, and commissioners for the Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority are headed to the other Washington this week. But first, our top story tonight, the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department responded to a vehicle fire Friday night. The fire was called in before 5 p.m. to McKittrick and Pine Street. The fire sent up a heavy plume of blackened smoke as captured by our NCWLIFE Sky-Fi cameras, but the department does report that there were no injuries. Well, the Cascade High School Principal Hiring Committee announced their recommendation on Friday. Rudy Joya, who is serving as the interim principal of Cascade High School, will fill the position. Joya is also the principal of Kodiak Virtual Academy and the Truancy Board Director for Cascade School District. His educational background includes a bachelor's degree in secondary mathematics education from Central Washington University, a master's in teacher leadership from Walden University, and a principal certificate from Washington State University. Joya previously served as assistant principal at Cascade High School from 2017 to 2022 and as dean of students at Wenatchee High School, where he was also a math teacher. Well, ballots for the February 14th special election have been mailed to Manson School District No. 19 voters. On the ballot is the Educational Programs and Operations Levy proposed by the Manson School District. Levy dollars would be used to help fund programs like athletics and extracurriculars, while also going to other matters like maintenance and staffing. The total levy proposal is $3.8 million over 2 years, and the estimated tax rate is $1.11 per $1,000 of assessed property value in 2024 and $1.04 in 2025. Ballots must be postmarked or deposited into an official drop box by 8 p.m. on February 14th. Well, commissioners for the Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority are headed to the other Washington this week. The port says a quorum of its board members will be in Washington, D.C. starting today, meeting with elected representatives, including Congress members Kim Schreier and Dan Newhouse. They're also scheduled to confer with staff members for Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, as well as meeting with the lobbying firm Elevate, which just began representing clients in Washington state. The visit is set to last through Wednesday. Well, when we come back, in the Wenatchee Metropolitan Statistical Area, or MSA, the average annual unemployment rate fell from 5.4% to 4.7% between 2021 and 2022. Committee assignments are getting sorted out for members of Congress, including those representing North Central Washington. And I'm Grant Olson. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. And in other news, in the Wenatchee Metropolitan Statistical Area, or MSA, the average annual unemployment rate fell from 5.4% to 4.7% between 2021 and 2022. Year over year, monthly rates had dropped for 19 consecutive months from April of 2021 through October of 2022, before rising slightly in November and in December of last year. The Wenatchee MSA's economy added 2,000 non-farm jobs during 2022. That's a 4.3% upturn. Year over year, the Wenatchee MSA's non-farm market has expanded in each of the past 21 months from April of 2021 through December of 2022. Committee assignments are getting sorted out for members of Congress, including those representing North Central Washington. In the new majority Republican House, Representative Dan Newhouse of the 4th District will take seats on 3 subcommittees of the powerful Appropriations Committee, which oversees federal spending. Those subcommittees are Agriculture and Rural Development, where Newhouse held a seat last session, Energy and Water Development, and the subcommittee on the Legislative Branch. Meanwhile, Democrat Kim Schreier of the 8th District, now in the House minority, will be the vice-ranking member on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, as well as its subcommittee on health. Republican leaders did not renew her seat on the House Committee on Agriculture, where she previously served. The City of Leavenworth has voted to approve changes to city meetings to provide better accessibility to the community. Leavenworth City Council will continue to meet on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of the month, now beginning at 7 p.m. Study sessions will move to 2 sessions before City Council meetings from 5:30 p.m. to 6:55 p.m. Committee meetings will also see some changes as the Housing Committee becomes the Housing Advisory Committee, and the Finance, Public Works, and Parks Committees will merge with council meetings or study sessions. Also, the Public Safety Committee will begin to include representatives from the Chelan County Sheriff's Office and Cascade Medical, among others, and the Economic Development Committee will meet as needed beginning late winter. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
NCWLIFE Channel is your home for local sports with the Wenatchee Panthers and East Mont Wildcats right here. Coverage brought to you by Abby's Pizza, BioSports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for You. Follow all the action right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson was in Wenatchee on Friday speaking with local business leaders about organized retail theft. That's become a problem for Washington as theft rings siphoned about $2.7 billion from retailers around the state in 2021 by stealing large volumes of items and reselling them illegally. Ferguson has convened a task force on the issue, and in a visit to our NCWLIFE studios, he said he's asking the state legislature for $1.5 million a year to tackle the problem. You can see our full interview with Attorney General Bob Ferguson tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Obviously, crime's a huge problem, whether you're here in Wenatchee or anywhere in the state of Washington for that matter. And so what we're focused on with this task force is what's referred to as organized retail crime. In other words, it's not sort of petty crime in the sense of someone going in there and stealing a small item for personal use or just for whatever reason. Rather, what we're focused on with my office, working with law enforcement and workers across the state, is that organized element where they're stealing a large amount of product, brazenly walking into stores, walking out, and then reselling on the secondary market, like eBay or on Amazon. And that cost to retailers, to businesses, is massive across the country and here in Washington. So we're trying to use my office because organized retail theft doesn't care if you're in Wenatchee or Seattle or Olympia or Yakima, right? They cross boundaries, so it's helpful to have a statewide focus on this, and that's why we're making proposals to try to address this serious problem.
If you're able to get the funding that you're asking for from the legislature and you're able to compile a task force, what's that task force's job?
Yeah, so two things are going on. Right now, we've convened a task force that's working with stakeholders all around the state. One thing we're asking for is funding to create a unit in my office that is specifically geared towards addressing organized retail theft. In other words, we would have prosecutors, we'd have investigators, we'd have data analysts. The good news is we have about $2.5 million in the proposed budget. Our job now is, it's a challenge keeping that money in the budget. This is supported by businesses, by workers. They want to see this unit in my office so we can go after those bad guys and start limiting the amount of organized retail theft we're seeing across our state.
And the term organized brings to mind kind of a mafia situation. Are we seeing cases where people are making plans, hatching strategies, having partnerships to make these kind of thefts and resale happen?
That's exactly what this is all about. So this is not just an individual, right? These are organized crime rings, basically. And it's staggering the amount of money. There's been a case that was recently resolved where someone's been sentenced to 6 years for organized retail theft. And the judge talked about the staggering was the word I think the judge used, the staggering amount of product that had been stolen from this one organized crime ring. So this is a substantial problem in our state. It threatens the safety of workers and customers, and of course has an economic cost for customers. Prices go up when things are stolen, and for businesses. So across the board, it's a big issue. That's why we're getting involved.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great weekend. Boy, it got cool. There's no doubt about that. Low 30s Saturday, mid 20s for highs yesterday, and beautiful shot looking down at Kashmir from our Sky-Fi Tower camera. Beautiful blue sky out there today. Boy, it just makes those Cascades pop, doesn't it? Crystal clear skies yesterday. I like to call these the dog days of winter. Here we are pretty much in the smack dab middle of our winter season. And boy, did it feel like it today. 23, our unofficial high temperature, well below where we should be for this time of year at 37 degrees. 58 is our record, and that was set back in 1989. Notice where we started this morning. 9 degrees. It was definitely chilly out there. 25 is our normal low, and our record low, talk about cold, 12 below zero, set back in 1996. Sunrise, 7:29 a.m. And yeah, sunset, the last time we'll talk about it being before 5 o'clock because tomorrow we're going to be at 5:01. So our days are getting longer out there. Taking a look at temperatures tomorrow, folks, not much change as far as temperatures go. I think we're going to see a few more clouds tomorrow. I think Moses Cypress Lake might get all the way up to 30, 29 for Ephrata, 28 in Quincy, and around 26 in Wenatchee. So you can see we're all slowly warming up, and it will be slow. 25 in Cashmere and Leavenworth, and 24 the high temperature tomorrow in Eniad. As we look at what we can expect tonight, mostly cloudy skies, still high pressure to our southeast, or our southwest rather, but the cold air is still sliding down, especially from our northeasterly direction. As this trough continues to move south, we will see mostly cloudy skies for your Tuesday. Not much change. That dome of cold air will still be over us. High temperature in the mid-20s for your Tuesday. Getting into Wednesday, this is where things begin to change because of this storm system. It's going to scour some of that cold air out of Washington State. It's not going to be so much on Wednesday, even though we will warm up to around 30 degrees for our high Wednesday. But boy, by Thursday, partly cloudy skies, still a little bit chilly, but we're talking temperatures by Thursday into the low 30s. There's that low pressure, and see the warm air beginning to come up from the south. And boy, will we feel that Friday. Mostly cloudy. We will see about a 30% chance for a rain-snow mix. As you can see, most of the snow will be in the Cascades. The good news, high temperatures by the end of the week into the upper 30s, and that'll be just slightly above normal for this time of year. Boy, look at the size of this storm as it develops on Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies, not much happening during the day, and then just a chance that we'll pick up some evening, maybe rain mixed with snow showers. That'll continue into our Sunday morning too, with morning showers and then cloudy skies in the afternoon. It will remain mild right through the weekend. High temperatures Sunday, once again into those upper 30s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast, and it's brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. Tonight 16 degrees, so a little bit better than this morning, no doubt about that. Mostly cloudy tomorrow and 26, mostly cloudy for a Wednesday as well and at 30, but notice the slow warm-up each day as we get to Thursday, and then by Friday a Pacific storm moves our way, and that'll allow us to warm up. 38 with a chance for rain and snow on Friday. I think some evening showers, a possibility Saturday, and almost 40 degrees, and still nice for Sunday. Mostly cloudy after a morning rain or snow shower. We'll see high temperatures Sunday of 38 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Join NCWLIFE Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank on Saturday, February 11th. The countdown to coronation at 6 and the pageant at 7 o'clock. Coverage is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday, and then there were two. For everything the NFC Championship was not, the AFC Championship was yesterday. Kansas City connected on a 45-yard field goal with 3 seconds left in regulation to put the Chiefs into the Super Bowl. They'll meet Philadelphia in Glendale, Arizona, February 12th after the Eagles crushed San Francisco 31-7 at Arrowhead. With the game tied at 20 with time running out, Patrick Mahomes scrambled on his bad ankle to set up what would have been about a 55-plus yard field goal. But Bengals defensive end Joseph Osai hit Mahomes out of bounds. That's a 15-yard penalty. Moved Kansas City 15 yards closer. Harrison Butker's hit the game-winning field goal. Now, the NFC Championship saw San Francisco rookie quarterback Brock Purdy go down with an elbow injury. It was all Eagles from there. Philadelphia put up 148 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground to win going away. That sets up the pairing for Super Bowl 57 coming up on Sunday, February 12th. That'll be at 3:30 in the afternoon on Fox. Well, the Seattle Kraken head into the All-Star break in the NHL play, 1 point ahead of Vegas, atop the Pacific Division after a 3-1 win over Columbus on Saturday. Saturday's game came a night after Seattle fell to Calgary on home ice 5-2. Now, Morgan Geekie got things going for the Kraken on Saturday, and they never looked back.
Get Geekie out here with Burakovsky and Tanev, but again, that line.
Morgan Geekie finds the magic. His first goal in 30 games. That has to feel great for 67. And the Kraken are off and running. McCann, Everly out in front. Merzlikins shuts the door. Dunn and McCann jamming. Everly out in front. There's Wenberg. There's a goal in game number 600. Alex Wenberg against his former team. Through center. Pickpocketing move by Ross Levicki's got it to the slot. Johnson a shot. He scores. Kent Johnson, the Canadian Olympian, picked up by Tolvanen. A shot. He scores! Hey, what do you say? Eli Tolvanen, 3-1. Seattle, 5 seconds. Yanni Gord powers out, looks at the net, carries in, off the goalpost, but at the break, the Seattle Kraken are in first place in the Pacific Division.
Coach Dave Hackstall says it was a good way to end the first half of the season, especially on home ice in front of a good crowd.
You know, the first half of this hockey game, the start was excellent, what we wanted. You know, a little bit typical. You know, you get into these games and the other team's goaltender is on it and playing really well. You know, we couldn't stretch the lead, and then it's going to be a horse race down the stretch, and that's exactly what it was. But it's a real good win for our team. It's a really good response coming off of last night. It's a great way to finish off the month of January for our team.
Seattle's off until February 7th for the All-Star break. The Wenatchee Wild managed to go 1-1 with Vernon over the weekend at the Town Toyota Center, despite 2 goals in the second period from Garrett Sidlowski. The visitors came out on top Friday 4-2. Wenatchee came back the next night with the big help from Ian Samoza's hat trick in a 4-1 win in front of a great crowd at the Town Toyota Center.
Got a little bit of the post, I think, with Milburn as well. Turned over, and Samoza on the move. Can he get loose? Streaking in, one of the goalie, backhand, forehand, save, rebound, he scores! Samoza picks up his own rebound with a little bit of an angle on Roan Clark. And the Wenatchee Wild strike first. It's 1-0. The puck, Samoza gains it, surrounded by Vipers, trying to beat at least 3 here, maybe 4. Comes over the blue line, hands it off, right point for Sidlowski. Dukes it around a defender, back to Samoza, backhand chance, he scores! Ian Samoza, have mercy! 2-0 Wenatchee. The goal 4 minutes in, and had the empty netter last night as well. Karaming, a shot from the right point, McMaster hit the referee, pass out front, mid-slot Horn, sends home the one-timer, and it's 2-1. The lead drops back to a single goal for the Wild. Wild moving left to right, breaking free, Samoza, maybe 2-on-1. Samoza, left wing, wrist shot, save made, jousted in, he scores! It is Samoza! It is time to throw the hats at Town Toyota Center. Back out to Barr, this one cleared out. Trying to chase it down is Valdez, and he won't have much ground to cover if he gets there first. Valdez, top half, he scores! Empty netter, 4-1. come all the way out in front of the penalty box. It's down to 5 seconds. We'll let the crowd take you the rest of the way.
Austin Andrade with a call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network. Also nice to hear Uncle Ernie's voice booming down from the rafters over the weekend while he continues to battle health issues. Wenatchee travels to Merritt Friday, Salmon Arm Saturday before returning to home ice in a couple of weeks. Well, on the men's college basketball scoreboard from Saturday, Eastern Washington edged Weber State 75-71. 6th-ranked Arizona no trouble downing Washington 95-72. 4th-ranked Gonzaga held off Portland 82-67. Washington State bounced back from a loss Thursday to beat Arizona State 75-58 in Pullman.
Justin Powell, line drive three. 6 threes for Powell in season high 20. On the drive, TJ Bamba draws the foul and one.
Way to get some wins and get back onto that bubble.
14 threes. Andre Yakumovsky from outside the arc. And that falls off, and the final 75-58 Washington State.
Coach Kyle Smith admits he was a little worried about it, an emotional letdown after Thursday's loss, but the Cougs came through.
A great win that any league win is. Really thought we played well this week. Played hard Thursday. I didn't necessarily play as well execution-wise, but boy, Arizona's a good team, and we're a little concerned going in this game. I thought we were, a little emotionally drained going in because really didn't have a day off from anything. We got in late Sunday night, took Monday off from practice, but guys went to class. We put a lot into that game Thursday night, and it was a late game, and then we had to come back, and I was a little concerned at shoot-around, but our guys did a really good job of, just played. It's just tough. We had some guys that didn't play as well as they could, but we played hard, played like a team, and had a really good win for us.
Turning to the women's side Friday, Washington State edged Arizona State 61-57, while the Huskies fell to 19th-rated Arizona 61-54. Weber State nipped Eastern Washington Saturday 68-65. 17th-ranked Gonzaga a 67-49 winner over Pepperdine. The Cougar women pulled off the upset on Sunday, earning a 70-59 win over 19th-ranked Arizona. Washington also an upset winner yesterday, tipping Arizona State 55-53. Finally, congratulations to the Wenatchee girls bowling team. Panthers claimed the Big 9 district title Friday at Eastmont Lanes. Eastmont took second. They'll both head to state this week. That's sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Coming up on tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, I won't be here. But on Wednesday's edition, I won't be here. On Thursday, I'll be on assignment, and then I'm going to take Friday off. But next week, I won't be here. Eric will be driving the bus. I hope I'm not Wally pipped. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Grant, back to you.
Have fun, Dan, and thank you very much. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com, or you can give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCW Life channel.